Welcome to the LMU Sports Network. I'm Megan Von Barron, joined by two-time Olympic medalist and LMU alum Reid Priddy. Thanks for taking your time today and talking to our student athletes. I know they really appreciated it.
Yeah, it was great. It's always great to come back. I had a great experience here, and any time that I think alumni, I speak for all the alumni, we want to come back and help.
What was it like being back on campus today?
It was great. I didn't get a parking ticket today, which was great.
That's always a goal.
I got that last time, and so I paid for my parking this time, public safety. I have so many great memories. I've formed lifelong relationships here, and it's such a beautiful campus. I almost didn't recognize it last week when I came for the first time in a while, and so it's always great coming back.
You just came out with your new book. It's the first one you wrote. What was your inspiration behind publishing this book?
Well, it started with I did an event that had my name attached to it, so I was responsible for about 15 hours of content. And once all the logistics were done, it was kind of like, okay, what am I going to say? And I just started writing, and I started looking through old journals, and I just started developing material. And once I was done, I sort of had the framework of a book already. Then it made sense to finish what I started and sort of build it out. And the themes and the things that I learned along the way, if I can help speed up the learning curve for the younger generation, then I think it's a win-win.
What is one takeaway you want the younger generation to get from your book?
I think the main thing is that, as you know, I've had a pretty successful and long career, and a lot of people like to highlight the major wins, but really it was the failure and the loss that provided the environment that I had to really make huge change. And I think that's huge, to be able to learn and adapt. You can take that with you well beyond sports into the business world, with your family. If you have the ability to start to look at yourself honestly, to take inventory of what actually happened, not how did that action make me feel or make me look, but what actually took place and how can I be better next time, then you grow. And I think that's the biggest takeaway.
Is that overcoming failure something you learned? Is that something you had back here at LMU? How did you acquire that?
I think throughout my whole story and my whole journey, there had been moments where it seemed as though I missed out or I failed. I don't want the same outcome. And so if I want to create a new outcome, then I'm going to have to change something. There was one time, especially as a professional, that I remember after a match the night before, and I was bemoaning something about how the setter didn't give me the right sets, and I didn't offensively achieve the things that I wanted to because of all the things he was doing. And it just occurred to me that, like, wait a second, I've written this entry before, and maybe a dozen times. And that was really the light bulb for me, where it was just like, there's no way. I've had 12 different setters, you know, from all over the world. There's no way that they all have the same problem. And so what's the common denominator? It's me. And I think once I started to really recognize that I was the problem, the solution was really easy. It was simple, and I think sometimes our self-defense mechanisms are so strong and powerful, and we want to avoid pain and failure that we hinder ourselves from growing. And so I really started to see massive growth taking place, not just on the court, but off the court.
Will we see you in the sand in 2020?
As of right now, in this moment, my sights are set on 2020 in beach volleyball. If I'm going to do it, there's only one way I know how, and that's to try to win a gold medal. The Olympics are highly addictive, and I feel like I still have great volleyball left in me, so as of right now, that's what I'm heading for.